Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Now we have another topic, that is how to create a custom MDF object. Let me give me a moment. Creation of custom MDF object. As of now, we have seen only the standard objects, correct? Business unit division. We were trying to see the standard objects. Now, if customer comes and says that we need to go and create any custom MDF object, we should be reflecting in the employee profile. How we will go and create that, we will see now. Just give me a moment. I will go into the system again. And let me open some profile here. As of now, what we have discussed and what we have learned, is it clear? Any questions? It's clear. I am opening an employee profile to know if any custom objects are there or not. That it should not come as a duplicate. I think details. What we will do? I will try to. I will delete it. This was my previous. Something which we have created, and just give me a moment. Now it is not there. Correct. We have seen. Let's take a scenario that we want to create some custom object MDF object. And under that custom MDF object, we should have some fields and that should populate in the employee profile. And we should have the user can able to go and add up the values to those to create a record. That is a scenario. How we will go and create. I will go back into my Excel. For creating an MDF object, these steps for creating a custom object. This is the steps which is there. For creating the MDF object, the steps is we have 4 steps which is involved. Configuration of the object definition. Manage configuration UI. configuring the people profile and giving the proper permission. This is the 4 steps which will be involved. The first step is configure object definition. For that we need to take some scenario. What object we need to create, and under that object. Under the object, what fields we are looking. That we need to first of all identify. We have some scenarios. You can see here, one scenario was which is later. I want to create an object by name training details. Under the training details, I should have these fields. We should populate. This is one scenario. This is another scenario, that is travel management is an object. Under that, we want to create some custom fields. And we have another scenario, that is creating a custom object, that is, let's take as an employment contract. And under that we have this custom fields. These are some scenarios which I'm using for the training purpose. Let's take this travel management as a scenario where I want to create this object. And when the user will click on this object, they can able to get these fields available under that object. I will go back into the system. What is the first step which is involved? That is under the configure object definition. Till now, under the configure object definition, we were only doing the standard objects. Correct? Now again, I will go back here and I will go to the configuration tool, that is configure object definition. The configure object definition. And in the configure object definition, I will go and select the object definition here. And under the object definition, I need to create an object correct. I need to select a code. Let me select a code here. I selected this code. Effective dating I am taking as basic. API visibility I will take as editable. MDF version is 3. I am not taking anything because I can able to ignore it. Label, how the label I want to get. Let me take travel. Travel and. This is the label which I am just taking here. Here the default value. Take here this one. And when I scroll down, I'm not using any workflow painting data. External code. When I come to the field external code, when we were doing standard, when you are seeing the standard object, that is legal entity, business, you need division department. Thus, in the standard object, the external code they have taken as a string. When you are creating a custom object, we need to take the external code as a user, the data type as a user. This is also a requirement. We need to change it. You can see external code and name. Both are in gray code. It is by default, it is coming here. Correct. This is initially will be coming by default. And we need to change the data type to user for the external code. After that, from the start date onwards, we can able to go and create all the custom fields. What are the custom fields which we are having? I'm still audible. Yes, we have the travel start date, travel mode, travel duration, travel end date. I'm taking 4 fields. I can use this as travel start date. What I need to do? I can go to the details here, and in the details I will go to the label here. I can mention as travel. And I will copy this. And I will go to the here. I will select this as English. And I will click on done. Now after that, what is the another custom field which we need to take? Travel end date, travel mode and travel duration. Let me take here as effective and the date. Effective, ended it and here date length. I will take always as 10. Change the data type to date. Go to the details. Go to the label and I will mention travel. In date. We'll copy this. We still here. And then it is done. Then what is travel mode and travel duration, right? Let me take travel mode. We should not give any space here. Either you can use underscore or you should not give any space here. Travel mode. I will take it as 32 characters. I'm keeping it string. Go to the detail. And here I will mention the label. Whatever label which we are mentioning here, that will be showing in the employee profile. That will be showing in the employee profile. I will be copying this and I will be selecting the translation's default value. I am selecting here. Here I am taking the default value English UK. United Kingdom. I'm taking here travel mode and I'm taking on done. This also another custom field I added here. What is the travel duration? You have travel duration. In the travel duration, let me take travel duration. And travel duration. Travel duration. Let me take this as a string. Let me take something 32. And here travel duration. travel duration I just mentioned. All visibility, everything we have kept as editable and click on Done. You can see here the code name, the start date, end date, travel mode, and travel duration. These are the fields which we are taking under the object, that is travel management. This is the first step. After this, we don't have to do any association here. Keeping the secured as yes permission category by default. It is coming as a miscellaneous, just go and save it. One of this first step is completed. Then we need to duplicate the screen. I will duplicate the screen. What is the second step? In doing the configuration, first step of configure object definition. Right? Second step is manage configuration UI. Correct. What we will do? We will go into the screen here and we will search for manage config UI. Manage config UI. In the managed config UI, I need to click on create new. When I click on create new, I need to select the base object. What is the base object I need to select? I need to select the base object, that is this one at travel management, right? This is the one which I have created. For that, what I need to do, I have to search for travel management. Can you see? It is showing travel management. The first step which you have created, that object name. We need to search it here. Got it? When I click on this object, whatever the fields which I created, it starts populating here. Can you see the fields also start populating here? And what is the data type which we have taken according to that? That also will start showing. Under here, if you want to do some changes, you can go to the edit properties we have. We have the layout here. There are three types of layout: form, flow and grid. Now it is in the form format. If I select flow and I click on, it will be in this format. If I want to go to edit properties and if I want to select grid, it will be in this format. How this manage? Config UI is something how the UI should look like. It is the designing of the field. Designing of the screen. If I'm not taking, I'm keeping it as form and visibility of fields. If I'm keeping only as a 0 to how it will look, like you can see, it will look like this. And you have an option here, show more. Can you see here? You can see the remaining fields start populating here. It's up to us how you want to show in the employee profile. Here I'm keeping it as 99 only. Nothing much we need to do, and we can able to create an idea and save it. Here, let me create an idea. Travel management 29/23. Whatever changes which we are doing here after selecting the base object, create an idea and save it. This is the second step. How you are designing, how the appearance will look like. The alignment of the fields will look like. Once it's done, then we need to go into the third step. Third step is setting up the subsection and mapping of this custom MDF object. For that, what is the third step here? Configure people profile, where you can create a section also, subsection also, and mapping of the custom object. How you will do it? For that, I have to go into the third step, that is called a configure people profile. Just a minute. Here, the requirement is under the personal information you want. If you want a separate subsection, that is travel management, and you want to have a custom NDFF portlet here. How you will go and create it? For that, we need to go and create the subsection. Under this, we need to go and create a subsection. How you will go and create a subsection? You have to click on this tab, that is personal information. When you click on this, can you see here add subsection option is coming. When you click on the add subsection, it will be coming untitled one. We need to specify the name, that is travel management. And after clicking here again, you need to click on here. You can see it is updated here. The travel management. Again, click on this blue box. You can see here. Here it will change. Just try to minimize this talent, employment, information, personal information, compensation, and you have a custom block. Scroll down. When you scroll down, you can find under the custom block, we have live profile MDF version. What you need to do? You hold the cursor here and drag and drop it here. In this block, when you drag and drop it there, you find MDF screen. ID option will be generated. MDFF screen ID is nothing but the screen ID which you have created. We have created here. This is the MDFF screen ID. Now up to here, if all steps are correct, then this ID should populate in the list here. We need to search that ID. Let me scroll down. And let me search that ID. Now let's see, here it is there. It indicates that to the previous step, whatever the configuration was, you have done that. We have done correctly. We need to select this. Actually, what we are doing, whatever the object which we have created, the field which we have created, that this is the custom MDFF portlet which has been created, that we are mapping that custom MDF object to this subsection. We are mapping that custom MDF to subsection with the help of the screen ID. And just try to save it. Now, after saving it, I don't want to keep this travel management at the top. I want to keep it at the bottom under the personal. Just what you need to do is hold it here and drag and drop it. You can keep it below. You can see it is there. Whenever you are making changes again, go and save it. We have created the object, the fields designing of the field from config UI mapping. That field created a subsection in the people profile. Till here we have completed. Now, what is the first step which we have to do? That is giving the permissions for the visibility. How we will give the permissions? For that I will again duplicate the screen. And I need to go to the permission rules. I need to go to the permission rules. What I will do, I will go to permission rules. After going into the permission rule I have created, we have already done RBP. I have already created a permission group and rule for the training purpose. I will go to my role which I have created. And I will go to the permission. In the first step, if you remember, while creating the object, we have these permissions as miscellaneous permissions right below. Permission category. The same permission, we need to go here. And under the user permission, just go and search for miscellaneous permission. We can see miscellaneous permission. Go and search for miscellaneous permission and our object was travel management, right? Just go to Ctrl F and try to search travel management. What I will know? I will just uncheck these options. This was the earlier one. And I will enable this. Under my permission which I have created and then I will save it. This is the first step which we have completed with the help of a permission rule. Once it is being done, the permission is given, we can go to the employee profile. Just refresh the employee profile once. To check the permission is coming on, to check the travel management is coming. You can see travel management payment is coming here. When I click on here, you can see whatever the subsection which we have created, whatever the portlet which we have mapped with the subsection in configure people profile. That also it is showing here. Now, when I click on this travel management, you can see whatever the fields which we have created that will be showing here. Now, if the concept of pick list. Here, the travel mode is there and travel mode. If you want to, if you are writing something as a, if you want to make, if the user want to add the text as a manually, you can add it. But if the customer wants, it should have some predefined drop-down value. For that, what we need to do, we need to go into the pick list center. Already from my previous sessions, I think I have created some travel management mode. Let me see pick list in my earlier sessions. We have completed, right? You showed us where we can pick list. You can see your travel mode. It is there. You can see I've already created here. Given the code and everything, I need to copy this code under the pick list center and come to the configure object definition. Make corrections. And where is the travel mode? Here is the travel mode. Right. Go to the detail. Change the data type to pick list. Valid value source. Paste it here. You are changing the data type pick list from where the value is coming. That code, we are copying it here. Got it, and just click on save. It's successfully saved again. I will go back here and I will refresh this page. And again I will go to personal info. Travel management. You can see travel mode. We have the options here. Got it. How we are to map the predefined values to the custom fields. That also, we have just done it and it is showing in the UI. Any questions from your line? Here we have completed the entire MDF. How the field sections. We have seen the length, the data type, the detail attributes, and everything we have covered. Then we have seen various type of association, how we can able to do the association, and lastly, we have seen how we can able to go and create a custom MDF object. If customer comes and says that I want to create an object and this object should reflect in the employee profile. How you can able to go and create that also we have seen on a step-to-step basis. And how to add the predefined values to that particular field. That also we have covered. In the today's session, we have completed the entire MDF object session. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.